Bullshit. Are you a casual Destiny 2 player? You get on sometimes, not all the time. You don't got time for that grind, but you still want to get ready and prepared for Renegades next season. Well, here's a weapon that I want to put you on and give you some details, break it down in the simplest form so you don't have to think too much about it, that could get you ready and prepared for Renegades next season. So let's keep it straight, simple, to the point where you can understand for those of you who are not that deep into Destiny, right? This is Ruinous Effigy. This is a void exotic trace rifle. So it's going to take up that energy slot and exotic spot inside of your weapon arsenal. So you know running this weapon, you won't be able to run any other exotic. Let's get right into the exotic intrinsic trait of this weapon, and that's transmutations. If you look down at the bottom of the weapon, it's going to say final blows with this weapon collapse victims into a void transmutation spear. Okay, you might wonder, how do you spawn these spears? And how many kills does it take? As you see here in the video, this kill, I spawn a transmutation spear. So upon testing inside of this, the range, I've come to find out from my own testing, you get a spear on your first kill, and then after that, it's every 3 to 5 kills. Okay, so on your very first kill, and then every 3 to 5 kills, you get a spear. Just from my personal testing. Now that you understand that, we can talk about the perk on the weapon called Evolution. Transmutation spears you create can be picked up and wielded as a weapon by you or your allies. I'm on a PlayStation, so R1, light attacks, R2, suppressing heavy attacks, and L2 is going to be to guard and drain nearby targets. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right here. All right, so as you can see here, you're going to get your kill, right? Remember, on the first kill, you're going to be able to get a transmutation spear. And I'm going to demonstrate right here in this clip is going to be light attacks. As you can see, I'm spamming the light attack button, and I'm just going through tapping these ads like crazy. And then here, I'm going to show you the heavy suppressive attack. One more time. Get a kill, pick up the spear, jump in the air if you want, suppressive heavy attack. Listen, I'm not going to lie. All that is fun. It makes the weapon so enjoyable, but I really want you to pay attention to the guard, drain nearby targets. That one is going to be the one that really gives you your survivability, as I show you here in this clip. So instead of doing light attacks or a heavy attack, you can do a suppressive draining attack. And what it means by draining is, with the tick damage that it's doing, it's replenishing your health. But you want to watch out for the amount of ammo on the, on it that's counting down. As you can see, it's going down from 20. It's going down really fast. Because once it gets down to pretty much 1, it begins to drain your health. So you want to slam that and pretty much get that out of your hand. So this is where you're going to get a lot of max survivability from with this pretty much just this weapon alone. We're not really going into anything else. But also, I want you to understand that with the Void subclass, that you can also pair with this suppressing draining ability to keep survivability in high ad, pretty much high end content where you're dealing with a lot of ads. And I'm gonna show you right here in this clip. So I kill an ad out in the distance, right? As you see that transmutation spear on the ground, and throw my shield down, gaining void over shield, picking up that spear, and look how much damage resistance that I am getting, and my health is being replenished. That is insane. But in order to do that with your barricade, you're going to need to be running the Void subclass, not Prismatic, the full Void subclass, and you're going to need to put on the Aspect Bastion. And when you first look at this Void aspect, it says cast your super to grant overshield to nearby allies. That is amazing. But right now, what we want to focus on is that second paragraph. Casting your barricade grants overshield to yourself and nearby allies and empowers it, enabling it to slowly regenerate the overshield of allies bunkering behind it and extend their overshield duration. Now, do you understand why you have to run the full Void subclass, not Prismatic? Because you're going to want to have this Void overshield to pair with these transmutation spears. Okay, so now that you understand the exotic intrinsic trait And we've also went into the evolution trait when we talked about light attacks, suppressing attacks, and the guard ability with the transmutation spear. Next, I would like to talk about the catalyst to this weapon. And that catalyst goes a little something like this. Defeat combatants using this weapon or with transmutation spears, or destroy the Eyes of Savathûn to unlock this upgrade, which is this weapon deals increased damage against targets damaged by transmutation spears. Let me break that down to you. Your weapon will now do increased damage to enemies affected by the transmutation spears after getting a kill with the weapon or with the transmutation spear, or like it said, damaging the Eyes of Savathûn. And guess what? Next season for Renegades, this weapon is getting a 30% damage boost. Yes, this weapon is getting a 30% damage boost. That is a lot of damage. And for you casual players and you players that play, every now and then, I know you guys don't too much care about the details, numbers, but just know 30%, you know that's a lot of more damage. So if you guys are getting ready for Renegades and you're looking for a void exotic weapon to pretty much play and build around, and one that's going to be fairly enjoyable, I think you should really check out this exotic weapon and check out this video and watch it back if you have to learn more about the weapon. And if you want me to cover more details about Ruinous Effigy, I can. And I can do maybe a video around, as you saw me breaking that barrier shield, how you can pair not the new exotic, but the exotic armor piece. They're giving that an overhaul, which is the exotic armor piece called Second Chance. So if you're interested in more Destiny 2 content, or even more content just about this weapon or that exotic armor piece that you saw that I showed, Second Chance, which I have on right here in the video, and I can put more builds together, or just, whatever, guys. I'm here to help out the casual players who are not that deep into the game, but you still love to play it, and you want things simplified and broken down where you can understand it. So, hey, you already know it's your boy Shane Official. Hey, as long as we gaming, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the comments, hit that like button, and tell your friends about the channel.
Give it one of these right here. Yeah. Don't be scared of it, though, baby. Be aware of it. I might pass out if I do it too much.